Hello everybody, bienvenido a todos and welcome to Fablut, my channel, with me Fablut, and we are in Train Sim World. Well, obviously we're in Train Sim World, we're always in Train Sim World, and maybe not so obviously, but also very obviously, we're in West Coast Main Line North, again, and we are this time doing a rail tour, which is called the Stone Scratcher Rail Tour, which goes from Carlisle to Hardendale Quarry. And so we're in a class 31 and we're heading south. And this is a mod version of the class 31, which I think is mostly just a new livery, and the Intercity Executive livery. But as we're hauling the Mark 1 and 2 coaches, it's all BR Blue from a bit backwards, but I think it looks smart in this. I have used a mod, it's not this exact mod, but a mod that I think is basically what is underneath this mod before. But yeah, let me do all the safety stuff and then we'll get going. Where will we get going? That's the important question, because I think we might have a red light waiting for us. We'll see. Oh, unlock the doors, yeah. Duh. I think I'll put the foot warmer on. Yes, there we go. And instrument lights. There we go. Oh no, you should just be on first application, right? Yeah. Oh! Oh! All these people leaving. Why? You don't want to be on the rail tour? It's your loss. But like... Oh, and there's more coming. Oh, sheesh. Wow. They really don't want to be on this rail tour. They're like, nope, we're out of here. Literally, the carriages have emptied. She might stay. Oh, we got some first class. Oh, the first class is empty, yeah. They're like, no. No, we don't want to be here. Wow, fine. I know when something's not wanted. Fine. Well, it's a nice snowy day. We are to wait. Well, our unloading of passengers, as none seem to be getting on, they all just left, leaving nobody on the train. Oh, was she still there? Come on. The only hope I had. No, it looks like she's gone. They've all gone. They were like, yeah, we did the rail tour as far north as Carlisle, and now we want to stay here and not go back. Okay. Okay, I've got a yellow right in front of me. Okay, yeah. Followed by a red straight away. Okay. Oh look, and there's a nice Intercity Executive. Train Knight of the Thistle. Pulling a bunch of Mark IIs. Wow, very long train. Well, I will saunter along to the end of the platform. Very slowly. We shall see what awaits. Good old class 31. You could do the bit of a remaster of the 31. Some of the textures are a bit low quality. I think it must be one of the first Loco DLCs, thinking about it now. This came with Tees Valley, which is one of the earlier routes, I think. I'm trying to think. Maybe there was a German. Or maybe maybe West Cornwall local. West Somerset Railway had a few. Okay, well, off. I think this is the red that is waiting for us. What side would it be on if it was ours? It just looks like it's tilted away from us, doesn't it? I don't think it's worth risking. Right, so where is us? Yeah, we're there. So we got a red here. And a red there. Then a green. Okay, but we're going on to here. Interesting. So, what are we waiting for? Well, they got a stop signal. Ooh, interesting. What's happening? Something must be coming. Where's the loco depot? Okay. Doesn't seem like there's much movement. But sometimes the little 08s that are moving around with to get carriages can be hard to see because they're so small. Oh look, no, there's a 101 coming in from somewhere down here. Well, it could be a pacer also, but I guess that's blocking our path. There it is. It's 101. Well, this texture sort of thing, I don't know if that's just because I've got engine modifications or that sort of make that might playing up with it, or if it's part of the base route as well. Only seems to really happen at this station in this particular zone around here. If the sun is like bursting, trying to get through something. Okay, we're up to yellow, so we can go. There we go. Do love the 31. It feels very weak, but then because it is like actually quite a sort of dependable diesel loco, it does sort of just carry on and on. Even when you think it's sounding like it's spluttering, like it's coming, like it's near death. It's like, I can keep going. I also really like them. They're a very nice looking loco. Very strange with the window. They look like a locust face. Ah, look at that. Lovely. We can saunter up to 20. But no more, because we have 20 and then we have a red. Why would we have a red once we've switched onto the main line? Unless... What would be... Is that the red? No, that's not the red. Oh, I suppose we've got to go... Do that go via... Do that go via, which will, I guess, will then trip the green. Okay. And then let's see where we're going, because we're going to a quarry. As you know, middle of December, snow on the ground. Where do you want to go? Quarry! I hate how they always put these go vias right before you get to a red, so you're like, oh well, I can't like put my foot down or anything, because I have to be vigilant in case it just stays red. You know, the go via is basically there to sort of tell the red that it's like, it's okay, they can go. British Rail with its Morris Marina van. Those were the days. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yep, see, gone green. Okay, well, throttle off. Don't know why I lost the amps then. This is not an electric loco, and even though I think we did actually just go through the neutral section. Don't tell me like neutral sections apply to diesels now. I'll be done for. Oh, where am I going? Right. Let's view from over a bridge. That's a nice view. Oh, it's not a passenger bridge. Or is it? No, I don't think it is. Maybe it is. It has very high walls, and you're supposed to like be down here. But let's pretend we got very long legs, so we can see at the top. Ooh, look! It's one of those 31s in a new intercity livery. Oh, look at this. Ooh, that's going to be a nice sight. A 31 plodding along at the slowest it possibly can. Just about to make it to 30. Just! Like, I don't actually even need the fast forward on this. Oh, no, I do. I do. I was being... Sorry, 31. I was being very facetious. You are strong. You are powerful. Like I said, I like it because, like, it, Oh, I do like this. Like, we've crunched across this snowy field. Oh, look at the light particles. Lovely. Crunch across this snowy field. Do some spotting. Wondering, what are we going to see today? Maybe a 47, maybe an 87, probably a couple of 101s. And here comes a 31. Very early gen diesels for BR. As such, I don't think any run on the main lines anymore. I think there's a few preserved locos, but I think even the freight ones were all gone about 20 years ago. See, like, it is slow, and it does feel like it's struggling. And this 26 miles is going to be much of this, basically, just struggling between 40 and 50. I mean, I think on a good day, you might be able to get it up to 60 on a flat. But as we'll be going uphill, we're never going to get more than about maybe 50. And then if we're lucky, we might hit a little bit of a downhill stretch, and then maybe we'll get to maybe we'll push it up to 55 or 60. Like, this 90 is very much based on being on a flat with like 3 coaches that are empty. Or just being the loco by itself. I don't think I can't imagine a scenario where you'd get this loco hauling this many get to 90 with this many carriages. Oh look, is that an 87? Oh, it is. Oh, isn't it lovely? Those Mark III's. Gorgeous. Yeah, so I am going to say something controversial now. I'm going to say, as much as the 87 is fun, very great first gen electric loco, good fun. I think this route is much more fun with diesels. I just think it's more challenging. I think there's like... if you do this route with the 101, which comes with the route, I think, or the Pacer, it's just much more... Those little sort of back and forward, not commuter runs, but like regional or inter-regional runs are quite fun. Oh, passing over the motorway. That. Oh. And these sort of longer distance full line runs with a diesel loco are phenomenal, like really fun. I've yet to do with it with a HST, but actually I would like to. I wouldn't do the full line with the HST. I think it'll be good fun. Maybe stop at Lancaster and Penrith. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Because I think that'll be good fun. I know it's an electric route, and that's why it was chosen. And the 87 is a phenomenal loco. I just think this hilly, being this hilly and stuff, it's just brilliant. I mean, can you imagine what it was like with steam trains? They must have had banking locos everywhere, because this is like it's difficult to get up and over. I think before it was electrified, so before it was fully electrified in the 70s, the northern part of the West Coast Main Line was run by Class 50s. And they basically took over at Crewe from the 86s and the 85s and the 83s and the 81s. And they then sort of propelled the trains north up over these hills, and they're very powerful diesel locos. Like second really only to the Deltics and stuff for passenger line running, and they were sort of like big chunky locos, and I think even then they needed two to get over up and over the summit. Look, see, we're just gonna get to 50, I think, on a 0.5 gradient, but I think I'll go to 0.9 at one point, and then we might struggle. We're certainly not going to be getting to 90. So where's Hardendale runaround? Yeah. Here. So this isn't quite at the top of the summit. The summit, I think, is it there? Yeah, there's the summit. Just a little bit further along. But this little runaround is actually pretty cool, because down here is where the quarry is, and I think there's a little 08 hiding in here, which is... We'll have a look. We'll go have a look when we get there. Oh, we made it to 50. 51. Oof. But you can see the accelerometer sort of stuck very much in the middle. If it's just slightly positive, then I guess it's going to take us like 5 more minutes to get up another... Oh no, wait, look, it's going up because the gradient has declined. Gradient has declined and we're on time. That isn't actually part of the poem. I'm not going to try and recite it, because every time I do I forget it. This is the night mail crossing the border, bringing the check of the postal orders, letters for the rich, letters for the poor, the girl at the corner and the boy next door. Passing uphill at a steady beat. The gradient's against her, but she is on time. Bringing the... Oh, no, it's gone. Oh, well, we managed to make it up to 55. But now we're on an uphill slope again. We've sort of gone back to neutral. 55 is not bad for this loco. Like... Like the 31 and like most of the engines that were in the 30s were like well known for being like first gen diesels that were basically supposed to um, replace steam, and then very early on BR, or British Railways as it was still called then, started figuring out that like they had ordered a bunch of diesels that couldn't quite um, do the job, so a lot of them were a bit too weak. Class 40s are notorious for being too weak for mainline East Coast mainline services and having to basically be replaced by the Deltics because they just couldn't match, like keep the high speed timings that they wanted. And also these early diesel trains were quite unreliable as well. But they all settled down into their ways. I mean, most of them only ever started getting retired from BR once they became like their numbers fell, like through retirement or sacrificing them for parts, spares, and or accidents or whatever. And once they got to small numbers, they like BR had a policy of like once a train was like significantly smaller amount of units than other trains, then they would view it as like an anomaly that had to be phased out. Because like from their point of view, if they were managing like a fleet of thousands of locos, and so if within those thousands of locos you've got like special dedicated time and money going to something that's only like 30 or 40 locos, then it's not considered. It just means more specialization and more expertise and money going towards something that just doesn't have enough meat on the bone, as it were. Oh my god, we're making it to 60. This isn't bad. Thank god all the passengers got out. I guess they've sort of lightened the train. There's nobody. Oh, I love a shot where you get the light coming in from the other side. Oh yeah, that's more like it. Oh yes, look at that. Sun. Oh, it's 60, you know. It will take us 19 minutes to get there. Well, with all these curves, it's more like 20, 21. But see, we're not maintaining the 60 either as we go back up to uphill. But nevertheless, I'm impressed, especially for this longer train. 9. That's 9 Mark IIs and 1 Mark I. Not bad for a rail tour, eh? In the mid 80s. Half A. Yeah. Struggling to maintain that momentum. We're all amped out and we're dropping steadily from 60, now we're at 58. And you have to bear in mind that from the north to the south, the Shap summit is slightly easier to get up because I don't think it ever exceeds 0.9. Whereas on the other side, I think it goes up to 1.3% gradient. So it's much steeper. See why this is just a much more interesting route with diesels. Well, it's why they electrified it. In the end, it was like just so much cheaper to do it in the long run than like have to keep like these really strong diesels that could. And then also the speed, because you had to switch locos at Crewe to get them up to up on the non-electrified line to Glasgow. But then also just imagine, like, the post-war, like, the nationalisation, the modernisation plan was like 1950s, and the full West Coast Main Line, as the first UK main line that was electrified, wasn't done until the 70s. Well, I said it was the first done by BR. There was there were electrified lines before BR, but they were very long distance. I think there was the DC line in Yorkshire somewhere. His name I forget. There were various third rail line electrifications. Woodhead route, that was electrified. DC overhead electrification in the late 30s or something, and then that was closed. I think by the 70s. And then there was obviously all the third rail electrification in the southeast and some in the northeast around Newcastle as well. But like long distance electrification, like mainline electrification, just this was the first one. And then when they finished this, they sort of paused for like 10 years, and then they did the East Coast Main Line between London, Leeds and Edinburgh in about 5 years, the whole thing. And I think they cleared out, they changed the alignment of the East Coast Main Line as well to avoid oh, there's a name I want to say, a railway station name I want to say, but I can't remember it. Selby? Bypass Selby? East Coast, I think trains can still go there, but the fast running trains can bypass it now. So like it was a big chunk of time and money. But the East Coast Main Line was done in like far less time than the West Coast Main Line. Oh god, look, we got to 67. Did we go downhill? See, I don't pay attention to anything when I'm talking. Well, I can't be a train driver. Literally, I'd just be like lost completely. I'll be like, whoa, what was I doing a minute ago? I was just thinking. I've got like a scatterbrain, proper scatterbrain. Like more than one occasion I've been like in a meeting at work and my mind has drifted for like 2 seconds of like the most important 2 seconds of that meeting. and then someone's like said, oh yeah, oh, you know something about that, don't you, Luke? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Play it by ear. So yeah, if I was a train driver, I would probably be like, oh, well, here I am. Oh, just get my iPad out. Something's just come into my head. I need to look up the musical stylings of the court of Louis the 11th or something in France. It would be... It doesn't take much. We only need like a very slight downhill to start picking up speed. That's not bad. Look, we're actually getting up to 70. That's... wow. I mean, I am surprised. I don't remember getting this fast when I took a 31 this way before. Although that was like I made my own formation with a bunch of Mark IIIs. And I actually, you know, I double-headed it at some point. When did I double-head it? Or was I going north maybe? That's why I'm getting confused. Yeah, maybe I was going north. Oh look, it's telling us like, oh, come on, you got to be at 80. Well, I'm gonna reduce the speed going for the stick. Well, not reduce it, but just not keep applying it. This is Penrith, I think. Yes. Penrith. So I have a colleague who lived here. Oh look, that's the one thing about the 31. It's so old, it's still got those horrible wheel blurs from the old days of TSW. Those who've been around for a long time know what I mean. Not these young guns who's like just got the Pendolino and everything's perfect. Like, no. Back in the day, the graphics were not this good. Used to have square clouds back in the day. None of this volumetric stuff. I have to say it's funny because I was filling out the survey, the player survey for this the other day. If you haven't, you should probably do it just to give your feedback. And most of the time, it's quite generic. Like they'll ask about specific things, and then on other things they'll just be vague and just encourage you to just speak what you want. But when they were coming to the bits of like, oh, what more big developments do you want? I was kind of like, I don't, I just want the game to be better at what it is. Like, I don't think it needs much. Like, the formation designer, the scenario planner, and the livery designer, all three, I don't think I need anything more than that. What I need is a scenario planner that works better, i.e. more portals on routes, maybe more flexibility in which parts of routes you can use, and maybe a bit better UI to sort of show you what you're doing, like help you plan a dense, busy route. Livery designer I don't really use anymore because I can just get everything I need from the Creators Club. Although the Creators Club I did like say like, oh, it needs to be improved because oh my god, the search functionality is terrible on there. And what's the other one? Formation designer works pretty fine. I don't really see what else I need from that. And then I don't really care about mastery, so I don't care what they do with that. I don't care about the guard mode really. It's not what I'm playing this game for. Like, what I'm playing this game for is, oh no, I need to put the throttle up. What I'm playing this game for is to drive the trains. So from my perspective, they've got it pretty much bang on in terms of what the game has within it, features and stuff like that. What it needs to get is better, so it's more consistent. Like every route like this, basically. Obviously that's not going to happen, but what I want is that when Cardiff City comes out, for example, I want that there's like, maybe it only comes with one loco, but it like two others layer in at least. So it's got Pendolino's layering in, it's got a HST layering in for cross country or something, and something else. Maybe a debranded train that represents something else, like a debranded GWR 800 or something. That kind of thing is what I need. Because the problem is, once you get routes like this, and similar with West Coast Main, well, West Coast Main doesn't really have much layering in. Well, no, it does actually. It has the Overground and the Bakerloo line. So actually, that is a good example. So this and the previous West Coast Main line and pretty much every German route, and you see the sort of depth and what you can get from a route when there's content that layers in. It's kind of difficult to go back to nothing to get a route like Birmingham Cross City, for example, which just feels dead and empty whenever you go into it now, because there's nothing other than the core services. Like, there's some freight layered in to try and jazz it up a bit, but there's nothing. There's no like cross country HST. There's no Pendolinos at New Street. There's no London Northwestern at New Street either, and like it feels dead and empty. Why are my revs going red? kind of what they like what Rivet have managed to do with ScotRail in with Five Circle and Edinburgh Glasgow. It's not like, don't get me wrong, it's not perfect because they're still lacking that. They still haven't got everything all in one, but they've got the ground for it if they did want to do it. Like Cathcart Circle, for example, basically has all the ScotRail trains within it, and it looks great. And if you've used the Five Circle mod, which really, I mean, other than it does have two significant changes, which I'm not sure DCG could do very easily. Like it converts the 801 to an 800 with light diesel running sounds, so that it can run on the non-electrified section north of Edinburgh, and it does create a ScotRail HST. Two things that maybe DGG couldn't just do off the bat, or Rivet couldn't just do without some kind of licensing concern or having to negotiate with other parties, etc. But just with those two changes, it basically revolutionises the timetable. And it would be good that if more routes are like that. So like whatever they're doing with Cardiff City and I think that's the only British route that they said they're working on at the moment, actually, come to think of it. They're doing Great Western Remaster, which is, again, making the most of what's in the game, using a few debranded liveries and stuff, but, like, ultimately pretty much perfect in terms of just putting as many services as you can on a route. Like for me, that's why this route is nice. It's because you see the 37 from Tees Valley, you see the Pacers from Blackpool, Ormskirk, you see the 47s from Northern Transpennine, those Mark II coaches from, well, pretty much any historic route and any rail tour. You see the 45 and the 40, like, occasionally leaning in for some services. You see the 101, like, it's kind of funny to think that like DCG haven't actually made themselves haven't made a 1980s route since TS 2020. And yet, this ends up being the British route with probably the most sort of diversity of rolling stock. Just goes to show. Oh, now you see. Now I'm thinking about the question, the answers I gave. What I should have said is, give us any other freight engine but the 66. Even though I know it is ubiquitous in the UK, it's very popular and used. Maybe we could have a 67 or something. Or they're not really used on freight, are they? Or are they? Maybe we could have something else. I don't know. We'll see, I suppose. But yeah, I'm looking at I'm filming this on the 1st of December, and like that means that like realistically it's about 3 weeks until like things sort of are closed for Christmas. Basically, like no one's going to be releasing any game stuff, and so I'm fairly confident we're not getting any new routes between now and Christmas from this game. There hasn't been any announcements or anything. We could get like some little DLC things. They've said that they were going to do like a sort of 12 Days of Christmas type thing for reveals of things, but they might also have some packs that are ready to go. The cargo Line Volume 3, I think, is supposed to be about... I think it came up in the next 0 to 3 months, so that could, realistically... They don't usually do big previews or, like, run-ins for that, so it could be coming in the next month. Could come in, like, 2 weeks' time, for example. I don't think any of the third party, like, I know TSG were working on a route in Austria, but again, I think would have had more, like, pictures or information about these things if they were going to come as soon as the next 3 weeks. And bear in mind, the closer it gets to, like, that Christmas shutdown, the less likely they are to release anything, because if there's no one there to sort of help and support and launch patches, then anything that launches with issues is going to be like a major complaint of people. So I suspect we might get maybe some Cargo Line Volume 3. Maybe we'll get some loco sort of expansion packs, by which it will be a Class 66 in a different livery, which we've already had so many of, and or well, that would be the one for the West Coast Main Line. For the maybe a BNSF train for San Bernardino. For Frankfurt Fulda, I guess they could do quite a few different logos in slightly different liveries or formations. I think the Ice-T has a 5-car version they could do. Okay. I feel like we're flattening out. Yeah. Are we nearly there? Yeah, we're nearly there. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna just saunter along slowly, because I don't want to pick up speed and then have to, like, just look. We've got to get down to 10. 10! Look at that pollution going into the air. So yeah, we'll see what comes of all of this faff and fuss. Between now and Christmas. I mean, the people that are Just Trains who did this route, they already teased they're doing a local DLC that they will reveal that sounds like they're going to reveal it in December, but not that it's going to be ready to go in December. And from what I saw on the forum, people are fairly convinced it's a Class 86, which would make sense because you can put the Class 86 on this alongside the 87. That's a red. Oh no, it's a red, but it's giving me permission to go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. It's giving me permission to go into the sidings. Things you never want to do, have to start on a hill like this, 0.9 gradient, in a very slow moving diesel train. Like I said, it's a good job that all the passengers got off. Not a single one remains to come into the sidings of this quarry. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, this is going to be painful. Let's see if I can get to 5 miles an hour and then I'll shift it up a notch. It's my fault for saying snowy weather. Oh. Oh, let me. Okay, okay. Okay, there we go. Oof, what a faff. Well, that's a nice background image. I think I'll take a screenshot before we get to this tree. I shall be a... Should be a... No, I need to be higher than that. Yeah, a little bit down, yeah. Should I try motion blurring it? So, oh, look how fast it's going. Motion blur doesn't work after a while. Increase the depth of field to this. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I think that's nice. The smoke. Okay, right. Let's go to here, and then we can have a wander around. A saunter around. Have a look. Oh, too fast. Look at that. This is what makes this route great. You're like pottering around in a siding, and over there, there's like rolling hills. Here we go. to here. Release throttle. Okay, well this rail tour has arrived. Oh, I need to uncover the vehicles. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense. I should put it into full service. Oh, I guess it's going to make me run the loco around. I'm not really interested in doing the next service. There we go. Hi. Oh, well, I wouldn't give for like a 87 to come past that full pelt. There we go. Right. No speeding. Surprise, surprise. Um, so yeah, I got a platinum because basically it's impossible to speed in this. Right, return to free roam. No, I'm going to leave you here. Though I will change you. And I'm going to go explore this quarry. Because I think there might be a little one, a little O8 down there. Little Gronk. I always hear Gronk as like donkey. I think donkey would be a more affectionate name for it. Because that's basically what they were. Just sort of little machines to pull things around. And this is electrified too, not bad. Interesting. Well, I might bring in a little 87 down here. Oh, look, it looks like there's a little 87 waiting down there for us. Oh, so it looks like there's some texture issues over there. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Some people, I must hide from them for no reason. Oh no, there's someone down here too. What's down here? Oh, wow. Yes, I want to give up control. Oh, it's a 47. Look at that. Lovely. There's our little golden 08. Basically a very, very, very worn out '08. Now in this weather it kind of looks like it's covered in snow, but it's not. It's covered in dust. Dust from a hard life in the quarry. Does it have a service? Well, I'm not going to do anything with it actually, because I mean, this video's gone on for like nearly an hour. I suppose if I wanted to, I could. But no, I just wanted to admire it. Come up here to the quarry, see the '08. See, it's nice that the sidings like this are actually being used. No, I think there's another siding somewhere up here as well. Also, sometimes you'll have a 47 waiting in here as well. I think occasionally. Is this the the loop? Yeah, look, see, you've got some. I don't know if you have a little '08 waiting around here anywhere. But nevertheless, it's nice that you find life in these little side bits. Well, with that, in any case, because I don't want to just bang on and do my normal thing of just like wandering around being like, oh, what's this? What's this? Because lots of other people have done videos on this, so you'll know what all of this stuff is. If you want to know, you'll have bought it yourself and you'll know it. So I will bid you adieu, and I'll say thank you for watching. And yeah, I really enjoy this route, and I do recommend making the most of these diesel services if you can, because I think they're really fun. Like this one, even though I was using a mod for the livery of the 31, you can, if you've got the 31 in normal BR Blue, you can do it. I believe that this service you could do with a 47 or a 45 as well. Probably a 40. Any of the BR locos probably will give you this timetable bit. So yeah, make use of it, because this route is very fun to drive with a diesel. If you miss attention, you stop paying attention, you'll suddenly notice your revs have dropped, you're losing speed, and it's very hard to pick up your acceleration again once you're on a really steep incline. That's the fun of it, really is. That's why I do highly recommend this route. So I'll say goodbye, and I'll say well, once my mouse wakes up. There we go. And I'll say thank you for watching, and yeah, see you in the next one. Hasta luego.